Reality television has proven to be a really great place for chefs to strut their stuff over the years, and audiences have positively eaten it up. So let's take a look at the 15 greatest chefs to have seized millions of TV viewers and become gods of the screen. Hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and let's get cooking. Wolfgang Puck.
I had a stepfather. He was not a nice guy. I always wanted to leave.
Wolfgang Puck is a jack of all trades in the world of food. Celebrity chef, restaurateur, cookbook writer, product licenser, businessman, even an occasional actor.
I was 14 years old and I found a job. I said, it's perfect, I can leave the house.
He's acted in everything from Frasier to Tales from the Crypt, in which he appears as himself alongside the likes of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jack Nicholson. Puck has a Michelin star, a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Service Show, and a James Beard Foundation Outstanding Service Award. And he's been introduced into the Culinary Hall of Fame, which makes him the celebrity chef equivalent of a Lou Gehrig or a Chuck Berry. His signature dish is the house-smoked salmon pizza at his original restaurant, Spago. Also, here's a fun fact about Puck for you. His favorite food is macaroons. Fascinating.
If you have passion for what you do, you're gonna be successful at the end.
Guy Fieri.
How you doing? I'm Guy Fieri, and you've got tattoos.
Guy Fieri, Fieri if you're nasty, was actually born Guy Ramsay Fieri. But there's already a famous chef by the name of Ramsay who you might have heard of.
I mean, seriously, I've seen more appetizing diapers.
So he had to change that. Fieri has hosted game shows, written a bunch of books, and appeared on numerous TV shows. He's also the co-owner of 3 restaurants in California, and his name is on separate restaurants in New York City and Las Vegas.
Wow, that's good. The hidden surprise in all that is the bacon. Just a little bit of crunch.
Fieri is so famous on the Food Network that they've named him the face of the network. According to a report on Fieri in the New York Times, the chef can be credited with bringing the food-based TV shows into the mainstream by bringing an element of rowdy, mass-market culture to American food television. And his primetime shows attract more male viewers than any others on the network. Dudes just seem to love him. Rachael Ray.
He is just the most charming,
Did
sweet...
you just call him Curtis?
Yeah.
All right.
Delicious.
No one quite knows how to develop a brand around their own name like Rachael Ray does. She's got her name on books, TV shows, magazines, businesses, pretty much everything you can have your name on, she's got it. She's got a talk show called, you guessed it, Rachael Ray. She's a star of 3 shows on the Food Network too. 30-Minute Meals, Rachael Ray's Tasty Travels, and $40 a Day, where in each episode, Ray visited an American, Canadian, or European city with only $40 to spend on food.
Yeah, he's a good eater, too. Yeah.
And that's not all. She's also got her name on even more TV shows than that, like Rachael Ray's Week in a Day, Rachel vs. Guy Celebrity Cook-Off, and Rachael Ray's Kids Cook-Off.
Boob sweat.
As a television personality, Ray has won 3 Daytime Emmy Awards, and she's also the founder of the magazine Every Day with Rachael Ray. Bobby Flay.
Even though this steak will probably be close to medium well, it's still going to be nice and juicy.
Bobby Flay is one of the names dropped by Adam Scott's douchebag characters in the movie Step Brothers when he's asked about his fishing trip with Mark Cuban. He says, well, not just the Cubes, but Chris Daughtry, Jeff Probst, Super Chef Bobby Flay. I mean, it was insane. It was almost too much. See how Bobby Flay's name was last? They do say that you should save the best until then. And did you also notice that he was referred to as a super chef? That's because he's super.
All right, who's ready for today's battle? Yeah.
He's a star of the Food Network, and he's also the owner and executive chef of many great restaurants across America. Mesa Grill in Las Vegas and the Bahamas, Bar Americain in New York and Connecticut, Bobby Flay Steak in Atlantic City, Gatto in New York, and Bobby's Burger Palace in 19 spots across 11 U.S. states. Marco Pierre White.
Gordon wants to catch more fish than Marco. Gordon wants to catch a bigger fish than Marco. And vice versa.
Marco Pierre White has a reputation for being the enfant terrible of the British culinary world. The term enfant terrible is taken from French, and it literally means unruly child, but it refers to an unorthodox genius who's rebellious or offensive. That's Marco Pierre White for you. The Australian master chef called White the godfather of modern cooking, and he's trained a bunch of fellow celebrity chefs, including Mario Batali, Gordon Ramsay, Curtis Stone, and Shannon Bennett, 3 of whom now join him on this list.
I didn't make Gordon Ramsay cry. He made himself cry. That was his choice to cry.
In 1999, he retired and gave back his Michelin stars, saying, "I was being judged by people who had less knowledge than me, so what was it truly worth? I gave Michelin inspectors too much respect, and I belittled myself in the process. I had 3 options. I could be a prisoner of my world and continue to work 6 days a week. I could live a lie and charge high prices and not be behind the stove. Or I could give my stars back, spend time with my children, and reinvent myself. He chose option C.
3 stars is the ultimate. Perfection.
Curtis Stone.
I landed in a kitchen owned by Marco Pierre White. I wanted to go and work for him because he was the best of the best.
Known in some circles as the Quiet Terminator, Curtis Stone is an Australian chef and author from Melbourne who was given his nickname after his performance on the 3rd season of Celebrity Apprentice, which was won by Poison lead singer Bret Michaels and hosted by the future President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Out, he's fired. He's fired!
Anyways, Curtis Stone is one of the biggest names in food out there. He may have lost Iron Chef America to Bobby Flay, but hey, it's Bobby Flay. Even if you're second to Flay, it's still a towering accomplishment. For years, Stone has been the ambassador of Coles supermarkets in Australia, and he's also written a bunch of cookbooks, with his 2013 cookbook What's for Dinner going on to become a New York Times bestseller. Mario Batali.
If you can find one with your name on it, you should buy that.
Yeah.
But if you can't, you should buy the one of someone you know or trust.
Mario Batali is not only a world-famous chef, writer, and TV personality, but he also owns restaurants in New York City, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Boston, Singapore, and Connecticut.
Mario Batali, congratulations, my friend. You have reached the pinnacle of success.
He's also a social activist and outspoken critic of fracking. He said that the hydraulic fracturing method of natural gas extraction could do serious damage to the agricultural industry of New York and hurt businesses like his own that rely on safe, healthy, locally sourced foods. He's also a philanthropist in that he founded the Mario Batali Foundation, which provides funding for a number of children's educational programs, as well as pediatric disease research. He's got a good sense of humor, too, as he's appeared a bunch of times on The Daily Show and also guest starred on The Simpsons in the Halloween special episode Treehouse of Horror 28.
Chin chin, motherfuckers!
Masaharu Morimoto.
Snoop Dogg! Morimoto!
Famous for his work with Japanese fusion cuisine, Masaharu Morimoto is a Japanese chef who was born in Hiroshima and went on to become the star of the original Japanese version of Iron Chef and the US spin-off Iron Chef America. Morimoto has been professionally trained in the art of sushi and traditional kaiseki cuisine. He started as the head chef of an exclusive Japanese restaurant called Nobu and has since gone on to open his own places in New York, where he has a whole bunch of them, like 3 or 4 total, Philadelphia, Mumbai, New Delhi, Boca Raton in Florida, Tokyo, Napa Valley, Hawaii, and Walt Disney World in Florida.
So Madako and the Mizudako. So this we can eat raw, and they're still moving.
He's also played himself in a season 1 episode of Hawaii Five-0, which was shot on location near his joint in Hawaii. Giada De Laurentiis.
I have a large head. In fact, when I was a kid, people used to make fun of the size of my head.
Born in Italy, Giada De Laurentiis is a chef and a food writer, but she's best known as a TV personality. She hosts her own show on the Food Network, as all of the entries on our list do, called Giada at Home. She also helped out with NBC's Today, working as a contributor and stepping in as a guest co-host whenever duty calls. She's also a businesswoman, having founded her own catering business in the form of GDL Foods. The shelves in Giada De Laurentiis' home must be full of prestigious and shiny awards. She's been graced with the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lifestyle Host, with 2 other nominations to her name, as well as the Gracie Award for Best Television Host.
Here you! Stop. I have pepper spray and I'm not afraid to use it.
Plus, in 2012, she was inducted into the Culinary Hall of Fame.
Do you have more teeth than most of us? Come on.
I have a huge smile.
It's unbelievable.
Quite an honor. Nigella Lawson.
I like to have a lot of hot ham and then enough for leftovers.
The daughter of Nigel Lawson, who used to be the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Nigella Lawson is a behemoth personality to be reckoned with. She's one of the biggest celebrities in the whole of the UK. Beginning her career as a restaurant critic, Lawson then wrote some best-selling cookbooks, including How to Eat and How to Be a Domestic Goddess, the latter winning her the British Book Award for Author of the Year. Her Channel 4 show Nigella Bites was a big hit, and its companion cookbook, which was a winner of a Guild of Food Writers Award, was yet another bestseller for the chef. Overall, she's sold more than 3 million cookbooks worldwide. With shows like Nigella Feasts, Nigella's Christmas Kitchen, and Nigella Express, she's become a huge star on the Food Network and BBC Two, and she's got her own range of cookware products that's worth about £7 million. Anthony Bourdain.
Doors open. There's Steven Seagal in like a little Nancy Kwan outfit with a prayer rug holding his massive girth.
Anthony Bourdain learned his culinary technique at the brilliant Culinary Institute of America, and he cut his teeth working in some of the finest restaurants in the world. He worked at Brasserie Les Halles for years. Now, Bourdain is one of the most influential chefs the world over, having broken out into the public eye with his book Kitchen Confidential: Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly, published in 2000. He dominated the Food Network with his show A Cook's Tour, and then he took on the Travel Channel with Anthony Bourdain No Reservations, which ran for many years and explored many different cultures and cuisines. And then, because he hadn't been on enough networks yet, he took on CNN with his show Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown. Bourdain isn't just a chef either. He's a very smart guy. He's written some lesser-known fiction and historical nonfiction, but still it seems that his food writing is what dominates.
I love Korea. I love going there. But it takes me about 3 years of recovery time between Korea shows.
Martha Stewart.
You look like Martha Stewart with that thing.
Who the is Martha Stewart?
Martha Stewart isn't just a chef. She's an entrepreneur. She founded Martha Stewart Living Omnipedia, a company that's found huge success in a number of different industries, from broadcasting, e-commerce, merchandising, all the way over to publishing, all kinds. Everything that serves as the Martha Stewart brand. She's the author of a ton of best-selling books and the founder of the Martha Stewart Living magazine. As with all famous chefs, she's hosted some very popular TV shows. Yet she's also had her fair share of adversity. She faced criminal convictions over the M-Clone stock trading case, and that was messy, but she didn't let it deter her, and she's had a comeback in full force. She's even still on TV now.
Helps blemish-proof your skin, too.
In the strangest combination of people maybe ever, Stewart is currently hosting a cooking show on VH1 with rapper Snoop Dogg called Martha and Snoop's Potluck Dinner Party.
What do you mean your only good song? What are you sitting here for then? I thought you were some big music star.
Jamie Oliver.
Yes, you should get a tattoo on your penis with the word al dente on it.
Jamie Oliver is known for cooking English dishes, something that's proven so popular that he's not only become the face of many TV shows such as Jamie's Kitchen, but also restaurants across the world. He's essentially the face of UK cuisine today. He's worked as a sous chef, a pastry chef, a TV chef of all kinds. He's written cookbooks that have become #1 bestsellers in the UK. Oliver's in the game for more than just fame and kicks, too. He started up a campaign called Feed Me Better, with which the plan is to feed British school kids with healthy food, rather than their usual combinations of junk and straight sugar. Feed Me Better has been endorsed by the British government itself. The chef has been invited to 10 Downing Street by the Prime Minister, he's been honored as a member of the Order of the British Empire, and he won an award for a 2010 TED Talk.
This is the blade, so it sits about here, like that. Moo.
Emeril Lagasse.
Bam, 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 bam.
It's estimated that the Emeril Lagasse brand, his merchandise, his restaurants, his books, his television programs, everything with his name on it, generates a revenue of $150 million every single year. He's famous for his Food Network shows Emeril Live and Essence of Emeril, his best-selling cookbooks, and his catchphrases, kick it up a notch, and bam!
Okay, and you just bam, like that.
Bam! There you have it like that, all right?
Lagasse is known for his work in the Creole and Cajun styles of cooking, and to a lesser extent, the Portuguese and French styles, as well as his own entirely original style, the New Orleans. He also won a regional James Beard Award. As an activist, he was one of the main celebrity personalities who used their platform to raise awareness about the Deepwater Horizon oil spill.
Very angry. I live in the Gulf Coast, and I fish in the Gulf Coast.
Gordon Ramsay.
Could you just do me a little favor? Say a prayer before I tuck into the because I have to taste this now.
It's probably no surprise that Gordon Ramsay clocks in at #1 on this list, because he's simply the best, the Mac Daddy of all celebrity chefs. He's on a crusade to rid the world of bad dining experiences. In his shows Kitchen Nightmares and Hotel Hell, he's going from establishment to establishment, banning frozen food, overcomplicated menus, and poor management to ensure that everyone who pays good money in a restaurant or hotel gets the service and experience that they deserve.
What now?
And on his show Hell's Kitchen, he's on a quest to find the next generation of great chefs. He's molding the future of the culinary world one curse word at a time, so that even after he's dead, the food will still be good.
Now both of you, piss off. The chef.
And that doesn't even scratch the surface of all the great food shows that Ramsay is responsible for. And that's before you mention all of his Michelin stars and award-winning restaurants. How do we do? Which godlike chefs have we missed, beyond obviously Julia Child? Sound off in the comments below. Don't forget to check out our other videos and hit that subscribe button for your chance to win an iPhone X. Thanks for watching!